Street food is one of the most amazing ways to experience a culture, and some countries really know how to take it to the level of brilliance. Whether it's audacious flavors, rare ingredients, or one-of-a-kind cooking methods, street food around the globe can be downright wild. From fried insects to spicy dishes that'll make your eyes tear up, the world's street food scene is full of shockers. So join us as we look at 15 of the most extreme street foods in the world, starting with number 15, fried insect delicacies. Well, fried insects might sound weird, but in Thailand they're a popular snack, as common as a hot dog at a baseball game. From bustling street vendors to fancy dining spots, these crispy creatures are served up everywhere. And it's not just locals munching away. Curious tourists have embraced the trend too, driving a major boom in insect farming. Over 7,000 tons of bugs are now cultivated each year to keep up with rising demand. So, what's being served? Well, let's say a lot of things. Crickets, silkworms, bamboo worms, ant eggs, and beetles top the list. While they might seem a bit out there, these crunchy treats are nutritional gold. Dietitians fully back them, applauding their rich protein levels, high calcium, and minimal cholesterol. They're also gaining ground as a sustainable and healthy substitute for conventional meats. As the world searches for greener food choices, these little critters could quietly lead the way in the future of snacking. But let's be real here. Will you dare to eat them? Well, I personally, definitely not. Number 14, Sanakji. While biondegi, a real Korean treat of silkworm larvae boiled in a cauldron, may not sound so good, I say it's not worse than this. This Korean dish takes playing with your food to a new level of madness. Sanakji is a delicacy in Korea that involves eating live octopus. Well, yup, actual living octopus. The octopus is cut into small pieces while still alive and served immediately to the guests. The pieces continue to squirm on the plate, just like lizard tails when it's cut off, providing a unique and somewhat challenging eating experience. Diners need to be cautious as the suction cups can stick to the mouth or throat. Sanakji is appreciated for its fresh taste and chewy texture, often enjoyed with a dash of sesame oil. But make sure it won't stick on your face like this beautiful Chinese girl, because the experience is pretty painful. Number 13, fried tarantulas. Well, there are a lot of tarantula species like the Gouty sapphire ornamental, Brazilian blue dwarf beauty, pinkfoot Goliath, and the metallic pink toe. But no matter how exotic they look, in Cambodia, they end up on dinner plates. Fried tarantulas are a crunchy local delicacy with a haunting origin. The practice began out of desperation during the Khmer Rouge regime, when starvation forced people to eat whatever they could find, even spiders. Over time, what started as survival turned into a tradition. These days, fried tarantulas are considered a beloved street snack, especially in the town of Skuon, now famously called Spiderville. Vendors there serve them golden fried, often seasoned with garlic, sugar, and chili. Locals say the flavor lands somewhere between crab and chicken, with a crispy shell and gooey center. It might not be for you and me, but for many Cambodians, it's a flavorful symbol of resilience turned culinary pride. Number 12, fire pawn. If you've seen food vloggers on YouTube, then you know this better. You can try this fiery pawn in multiple cities across Pakistan and India. Originally, fire pawn or pawn was a natural stimulant made from betel leaves fused with various additives, chewed, and then spit out. But if you look today, things have evolved very much. Now there are edible versions, some even set on hot fire. To enjoy this bizarre treat, you need to eat it straight from the maker's hands. Fans of this weird, fiery pawn swear by God about its healing properties, claiming it can quickly soothe a sore throat while giving you a super spicy, exciting experience. In simple words, it's a unique adventure for your taste buds, and you might even feel like a fire-breathing dragon after. But we say just one thing. If you can't handle the heat, stay away from this intense pawn. It's just fiery. Number 11, century egg. Well, the bird's nest soup from Southeast Asia, which apparently tastes and feels like egg drop soup, is weirdly tasty, But this thing from China is just on another level of creepiness. Also known as 100-year eggs or 1,000-year eggs, century eggs are a Chinese egg-based culinary dish and an established delicacy. They just love it. Suppose they didn't want to call it a rotten egg, although that's what it is. It's made by preserving duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, and salt for months at a time, by which point the yolk has turned dark green or gray and has a potent sulfur smell. This might be one of the most bizarre foods you can taste in China. But as they say, if you don't try it, you'll never know. So, why not give it a try? Compared to Eskimos, well, basically, larvae of an ant species, these black eggs look much better. Number 10. Balute eggs. If you think century eggs from China are intense, Balute from the Philippines takes it to a whole new level. Anyone even slightly squeamish might not make it past the first glance, and once you know what it really is, you'll probably sprint the other way. Unlike any boiled egg you've cracked open before, Balute is a fertilized duck embryo, so you're eating a partially developed duck fetus, tiny beak, feathers, bones, and all. Sounds extreme? Well, it is. But it's also a hugely popular street food in the Philippines, often enjoyed with a cold beer. The tradition has even traveled, popping up in cities like New York. Balute is usually boiled and served straight from the shell, seasoned with salt, chili, and vinegar. The way to eat it is to tap a hole at the top, slurp out the warm broth, then crunch down the rest. It's bizarre, it's bold, and for many, it's pretty delicious. Number 9. Wasp crackers. I don't know why, but from a distance, these things do look like innocent chocolate chip cookies. Unfortunately, for unsuspecting snackers, they're not even close. Say hello to wasp crackers, Japan's bold answer to protein-packed snacking. These crunchy creations, known locally as jibachi senbei, are traditional rice crackers baked with actual wasps embedded into the dough. That's right. During preparation, dead wasps are casually mixed into the batter and baked until crisp, their shiny little bodies visible against the pale cracker surface. The result? A snack that's as shocking as it is fascinating. Often served with tea or coffee, wasp crackers have a very loyal fan base. One curious eater compared the wasps to raisins, noting their bitter, slightly sour tang and dry crunch. While it might sound like a culinary prank, these crackers are considered a unique regional treat, and for those willing to try, it's an edible adventure straight out of rural Japan's wild pantry. Number 8. Tuna eyeballs. When it comes to tuna in Japan, every single morsel is devoured, and this also includes tuna eyeballs. You'll find them in local supermarkets for next to nothing, often nestled alongside other seafood staples. These odd-looking orbs are surprisingly popular, especially among culinary lovers. Many restaurants across Japan proudly serve them, with dishes ranging from traditional to experimental. Preparation is surprisingly simple. Most commonly, they're boiled or steamed until tender, then seasoned with garlic, soy sauce, or a mix of savory spices. Despite what you'd expect, the flavor doesn't scream fish. Instead, it's more reminiscent of squid, mild, slightly chewy, and oddly satisfying. It might not be your go-to sushi order, but for locals and daring tourists, it's a must-try. Tuna eyeballs prove that in Japanese cuisine, even the most unexpected parts of an animal can become something deeply respected and delicious in the hands of the right cook. Number 7. Cobra heart. There's a snake in my bowl? The culturally vibrant and diverse nation of Vietnam certainly doesn't hold back when it comes to offering bold and unusual street food. Perhaps calling it wonderful is a bit generous, but still, it's an experience many are curious enough to try at least once. One of the most shocking dishes is the Cobra heart. This isn't just a figure of speech. The heart is served freshly removed from the snake, still beating, and is considered a delicacy in various parts of the country. Often, it's consumed alongside a thick glass of fresh cobra blood, either taken straight or mixed with rice wine for a more intense experience. If you're concerned about the snake's venom being wasted, you can relax. The venom is typically served too, neutralized in alcohol, or added to another drink. It's a meal that pushes every boundary, traditional, visceral, and unforgettable. Well, it's certainly not your average dinner, but it leaves an impression you won't forget. Number 6. Mopane worms. We've talked about octopus, tarantulas, and even tuna eyeballs, but let's take it a step further. Meet the mopane worm, a wriggly delicacy straight out of southern Africa. They're actually the caterpillars of the emperor moth and are harvested in vast quantities during the rainy season. Once collected, they're typically boiled, dried in the sun, and sometimes fried until crispy, turning them into a high-protein snack that's both filling and shelf-stable. While the texture might be a shock at first, the flavor often surprises people. It's nutty, earthy, and rich, almost like roasted mushrooms with a crunch. Across countries like South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Botswana, mopane worms are not just eaten, they're celebrated. Packed with protein, iron, and other essential nutrients, they're considered a superfood by many locals. Whether eaten on their own or added to stews, these worms are a culinary staple that bridges tradition, nutrition, and bold taste in one bite. Number 5. Kasu Marzu. Do you love rare cheeses? Perfect. How about ones crawling with live maggots? Too much? Then brace yourself for Kasu Marzu, an infamous Sardinian delicacy. Nicknamed rotten cheese, this oddity hails from Italy and starts off as regular pecorino. But here's where it takes a left turn. After the cheese matures far beyond its normal shelf life, it's deliberately infested with the larvae of cheese flies, Piophilicaceae. These tiny creatures hatch, burrow through the cheese, break down fats, and transform it into an ultra-soft, spreadable texture. Some say it's exquisite. Others can't get past the squirm. Diners get a choice: eat it with the maggots or chill the cheese until the larvae are motionless. Either way, it's a full-on experience. Kasu Marzu isn't just food, it's a cultural dare, banned in parts of the EU, yet celebrated in Sardinia. This bizarre bite is one of the world's most extreme examples of fermented flavor and culinary tradition. Number 4. Grilled quail delights in Thailand. Grilled quail has become a rising star in Thailand's food scene, especially among those chasing bold, distinctive flavors. Typically served in portions of 3, each bird is expertly barbecued until the meat turns juicy and tender, while the skin crisps up to a golden crunch. The result is a perfect balance of smoky depth and delicate texture that hits all the right notes. Whether you're a veteran foodie or simply exploring new cuisines, this dish brings serious satisfaction. What truly elevates it, though, is the careful use of native spices and marinades that soak deep into the meat. Every bite offers something new: heat, sweetness, and a burst of umami. It's not just a meal, it's a masterclass in Thai culinary precision. Often paired with a punchy dipping sauce and perhaps a crisp herb salad, grilled quail can be street food 1 minute and fine dining the next. Number 3. Japan Soup Festival. Each year in Japan's Tohoku region, locals gather for a seasonal event that's equal parts culinary tradition and social celebration: the Emmon Festival. It all centers around Emmon soup, a hearty blend of taro root, meat, and koji miso, slow-cooked over a massive bonfire near the riverbank. The timing is key: early autumn, when the leaves start to change and the air gets just cool enough to crave something warm and comforting. But this isn't your average picnic. To feed the massive crowd, organizers cook the soup in a giant steel cauldron, so enormous they need an actual excavator to stir it all together. Yes, you heard that right. It's 1 part recipe, 1 part construction marvel. The result is a warm, savory meal served in thousands of bowls and shared among friends, families, and total strangers. The Emmon Festival isn't just about food, it's about unity, nostalgia, and honoring a dish that brings Japanese people together year after year. Number 2. Jaggery. Let's talk jaggery. Unrefined cane sugar that's more than just a sweetener. It's a cultural staple across South Asia. Made by crushing sugarcane or palm sap, the juice is filtered, then simmered slowly with slaked lime in wide-open pans until it thickens into a deep golden syrup. Once cooled, it solidifies into jaggery, rich, earthy, and brimming with flavor that's deeper than your average white sugar. Used widely in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, jaggery shows up in everything from festive desserts to everyday curries. It's revered not only for taste, but also for health benefits, packed with minerals, antioxidants, and said to aid digestion. You can eat it straight, melt it into chai, or crumble it over porridge. Its versatility means jaggery isn't just a pantry item, it's a tradition. And while modern sugar may have taken over grocery aisles, jaggery still holds its ground in kitchens that favor flavor, heritage, and a touch of nostalgia. Number 1. Mesban magic in Bangladesh. Mesban isn't just a feast, it's a cultural cornerstone in Bangladesh, especially in Chittagong. This epic food event is designed to welcome, honor, and feed hundreds, sometimes thousands, whether invited or simply passing by. Organized for major life events like weddings, funerals, or social milestones, a mesban demands military-level prep. Massive cauldrons are brought in to cook staggering quantities of food, with one-star dish leading the pack. The legendary beef stew, simmered low and slow with rice and red chilies, the result is a bold, fiery stew that wakes up every sense. But that's just the beginning. There's also beef marrow soup, thick and nourishing with a deep umami kick, and a luscious mung bean curry, mellow in spice but rich in flavor. Each dish complements the other, creating a harmonious meal that goes beyond food. It's hospitality on a grand scale. Mesban isn't just tradition, it's a full-blown expression of generosity and pride. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.